fact, ooh, squeegee. I've got the ages ago, because it was on silly sale. It was like £2 or something, UK pounds. I bought The Witcher 2, and I really fancy The Witcher 3, but it's like £50, which is kind of, you know. I know it's got stuff with it, so it looks good value, but it's still a whole lot of money, especially for us PC players. So I might, if I get a chance, I might have a go at The Witcher 2, the really, really old game, and just sort of play through that a bit in anticipation. My dream is, and this is my plan. I know my other half doesn't understand Twitch, which is good, or isn't really aware of it, so she won't be watching this. Is that at some point I would like a new graphics card, because I've got 770, and ideally I would like to go at least to a 970, because obviously I'd love like a 980 GTX 980. I'd love a Titan X, but yeah. Anyway, the Nvidia cards at the moment are giving away. Are coming with a copy. Quite a few places doing a copy of The Witcher 3 and or Arkham City or whatever it is. I'm not really interested in the Batman game, but I am definitely interested in purchasing a graphics card with Witcher 3, or we're interested in getting Witcher 3. So again, bloke logic, if I get a 970 card for, oh my lord, look, I'm dying of thirst and everything, I'm not paying any attention whatsoever. Yeah, I would get a graphics card with effectively a copy of Witcher 3, therefore reducing the price of the look at that! Not a problem at all. Therefore reducing the price. How many bandages do you need, sunshine? I'll throw the rags, wasting them. I'll carry, I think I only, easy. I'll carry 4. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, so effectively I'm getting I could get a 970 for the equivalent of about £200, which I think is a pretty decent deal. Because really I'd like a 980, wouldn't we all? But we shall see. I think it would help. I think it would help with the old, certainly with streaming, because I'm sure. Ooh, no, proper 70s look. Look at that. Oh yeah. I don't think you could. Okay, I need my little puffer jacket, but I don't think you could look much cooler in my opinion. Oh, I am like the Fonz. Where is he? Or her? So yeah, it's going to be a quiet, definitely a. Ah, look, those deer take a heck of a beating. Bless them. I have a weapon, stay away. So, it's probably going to be quite quiet, unless the server goes bonkers, which would be good. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's 5, it's really quiet. Come on, people! Buy the game, play the game. No, that's the wrong message. Don't leave, stay. Because it's a great game. Look, it looks great. And again, so a few game dynamics, and I think it can only get better, and it's good already. And certainly just for a quick mess about apocalyptic survival game, you'll not go wrong. No, I've already got 4 of those. You'll do very. Ooh, no, I've got my mirrored ones. You'll do good with this. I like it. It's good fun. I don't even think. I think it's still on permanent sale, you know. So it's quite a reasonable investment. It just needs a little push. It's quite interesting to be part of, because I've played it probably for quite a while now. I'm not like, because the game's been going for a couple of years. I am a bit of a Johnny-come-lately, but I've been playing it, say, since they fixed the netcode. But it's only got better while I've been playing the game, and it's still fun. It's still good fun, and they keep iterating, so increasing the map, or opening parts of the map, adding new mechanics, because you can craft, so they're adding like crafting to it, and obviously vehicles are in and working, which is brilliant. I had a boat last night like it was nothing, and I sailed it down the river. It was beautiful. So it's pretty cool. I'm not searching every single trailer because I can't face it. So like say tonight, just a little mooch around. Literally just having a little game, relaxing. No grandiose plans. Don't think it's going to be any big firefights or dramatic moments. Because it's really quiet. So I am purposely playing just to add an extra body to the service. And again, I don't think no one's streaming tonight, so just doing a little stream. So if anyone does come along, ooh, have I got one of them? Yes, I have. If anyone comes along and wants to have a quick look at what the game looks like via Twitch, they can, and they will, and they'll find me, and they'll come and have a quick look. So I think the game, hopefully, like it does, doesn't it? The game sells itself. So have a quick look. I'm getting cracking frame rate this evening, which is good news. It's pretty good. So I'm going to head over to one of the towns, have a look for around. Say I'm just improving my map knowledge as I do. And then make sure I don't starve to death, which I nearly did before. Normally, it's like say, last few times I've played it, I've had to rely on people in my stream telling me that it's all going south. So it is quite quiet. Ooh, battery too heavy. Yeah, it looks. I'll be surprised. I'd like to bump into somebody, but I'll be surprised if I do at the moment. It is weird though, isn't it? It's quite interesting to because it's the size of the game, the size of the sort of player base for the game. It's really quite an interesting exercise to see how many people are playing, how many people are streaming, how many people, it's you can really sort of say some of the bigger games you get lost in the numbers because, like say, well, I keep, because I watch Counter-Strike, and they can get like 100,000 viewers on Twitch and like however many thousand players. It's amazing. But even some of the big game, perceived big games, let's say some of the survival, like H1Z1 or whatever. They're not as big as you think. Not just that game in particular, but it's interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. But I like this because this is, say, very at the moment, very quite a little small community that hopefully will only grow. Again, through people banging the drum a little bit and jumping on board. And then, of course, hopefully, if and when it becomes really popular, woo, I'll say I remember the good old days when it was a little indie hit and no one knew anything about it. Rolling all these glory seekers. In fact, I was talking about the other day about Minecraft, because I got Minecraft when comparatively, I think it was on 800,000 players, like purchases, which is like comparative again back in the day, and certainly in IT and the game industry, everything's compressed, so it feels like years ago. It was a few years ago, but it's not like decades. It feels like decades. And yeah, I got it, for like £13 or something. So you go from there to it being sold for 2 billion. I like to think, because I've watched the video about Notch's house, and I reckon one of the little jelly beans or in his house, I've paid for one of those because I bought it for myself. I'm old enough to have children, unfortunately. Fortunately, obviously, wonderful. But I bought it for my kids, and I bought it for a friend. So I reckon I've at least one of those jelly beans in Notch's house is my jelly bean. I paid for that jelly bean. I'd like to go over and claim it, but I'm not sure how Notch would feel about that. But yeah, so it's interesting to see again how the games, because like, I bet in your wildest dreams you wouldn't imagine that. I bet he didn't imagine that with Minecraft. Same with Dean, with DayZ. Really interesting. So we should say this is just a nice little interesting side story with something like Miscreated. Will it take off? Fingers crossed. And again, you've got developers, a little indie developer team across the world going up against, especially, and again, it's funny, the perception of somebody like Apple or EA, you think the massive horrible corporations, if that's your view, and like say Apple taking a big 30% slice of everything in the App Store, and but yet Valve seems to be, apart from that slight hiccup they've had with modding and Skyrim, that Valve is seen as sort of almost get a pass, and again they're taking 30%, but they're providing serious, amazing infrastructure to independent developers, so that you can put this game up against, or an indie developer could put this game up against a big publisher and get all the same support and benefits and muscle that goes with it. So do you say interesting subject to me personally at the moment? I find it quite. We're living in interesting times, as the Chinese say. And again, not sure where it'll all end up, because obviously you end up with something like Oculus